Miss Texas 1982, Gloria Gilbert Barron. Miss Texas 1983, Dana Rogers Harrison. Miss Texas 1984, Tamara Hext Hilliard. With special guests, Broadway star Stephen LaHue. New York cabaret entertainer Tom McGee. And Las Vegas headliner John Stone. And also for your entertainment under our big top, the Turtle Creek Corral, under the direction of Dr. Timothy Sealing. GTE's Everything Clowns. Cindy English's Duncanville Hi-Hats. The Searles Gymnastics Show Team. Lou Gillis and the Miss Texas Orchestra. And the Miss Texas Dancers. And away we go.
Barnum was the name. P.T. Barnum. And whether you thought his humbug was a blessing or a curse, you still had to buy it. Why? Because every 60 seconds in this world, a delightful phenomenon occurs which absolutely guarantees it. There is a sucker born every minute. Each time that second hand sweeps through the top like dandelions, up they pop, their ears so big, their eyes so wide, and though I feed 'em bona fide baloney with no truth in it, why, you can bet I'll find some room to buy my corn. 'Cause there's a sure as shooting sucker born a minute, and I'm referring to the minute you were born. Each blessed hour brings 60 of them. Each time that wooden cuckoo shows his face, another sucker takes his place and plugs his quarter on the line to buy my brand of genuine malarkey. Bless and love 'em, but don't feel sad or hopping mad or cause a scene. 'Cause there's a sure as shooting sucker born a minute. But ma'am, you might have been the minute in between. If I present a man who swallows flames, you'll be so glad you finally came. The sight of him is surely worth a dime. And when the bearded lady passes by, you'll start to wonder how and why her act will never waste a bit of time. If I imported monumental cost, a wrestler who has never lost a match with a beast or with an animal. There's a juggler who throws in the air a knife, a plate, a ring, a chair, and followed by a Polynesian cannibal. Ah, you say that's hogwash? Well, who cares? You'll buy my hogwash long as there's a sucker born every minute. Each time that second hand sweeps through the top like dandelions, up they pop, their ears so big, their eyes so wide, and though my tail is bona fide baloney, just let me spin it, and ain't no man who can resist me. Wait and see, 'cause there's a sure as shooting sucker born a minute, and friends, the biggest one, excluding none, is me.
When the pill the doctor gave you turns your cold to the grip. When the stitch to save 9 others comes apart with a rip. When the rats invade your attic and start leading your ship. Follow my tip, come away on a trip. Just join the circus like you wanted to when you were a kid. Climb aboard before it moves on and you'll thank your lucky stars you did. Go to Minneapolis, wake up in the air. Pack your roll, your brush and your comb again, ready to roam again, ready to stray. Bless your soul, you'll never go home again when the circus comes your way.
When your patches in your trousers and a hole in your purse. When your 9 to 5 is boring and your 5 to 9's worse. When you sneeze instead of bless you, you choose and a curse. Don't call a hearse, or you still got a terse.
Just join the circus like you meant to do, when you work so hard. It's your troubles under a tent when you're bound to lose them by and by. Stay so long to there's Schenectady, between Santa Fe. Toss your hat and claim it was back again, shoulder your back again, get to the shade.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 1988 Miss Texas contestants. The Miss Texas pageant is brought to you by Revco, a friend for life. And by Texas Credit Unions and Members Insurance Group, helping Texans prepare for a better financial future. And by Pepsi, the choice of a new generation. And by the heartbeat of America, today's Chevrolet, who invite you to experience the 88 Chevrolets and listen to your heartbeat. Ladies and gentlemen, your Mistress of Ceremonies, Miss Texas 1982, Gloria Gilbert Barron.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to An Evening with Barnum. Over 100 years ago, P.T. Barnum turned his dream of the largest circus in the world into the greatest show on earth. And tonight, one of these 62 young women will make her dream a reality when she is crowned Miss Texas 1988. Let's meet her now. I'm Miss Wichita Falls Mighty Mike, a freshman at Kilgore Junior College. I'm Miss White Settlement, Suzanne Nelson, a junior attending the University of Texas in Austin. I'm Miss Sweetheart, Amy Hester, a freshman at the University of Texas at Austin. I'm Miss West Texas, Trisha Brown, a freshman attending Stephen F. Austin State University. I'm Miss Marquette Bowers Malik, and I'm a freshman at East Texas State University. I'm Miss Texas State Railroad Lisa Tyree, a junior at the University of Texas at Arlington. I'm Miss Texas A&M University, Stephanie Suzanne Smith, and I'm presently a senior. I'm Miss Texarkana Katrina Everson, a junior at East Texas State University. I'm Miss Silver Springs Sarah Paxton, a recent graduate of Texas Christian University. I'm Miss Southeast Texas Monica Perry, a freshman attending Trinity University. I'm Miss South Texas Audra Stasny, a junior at Texas A&M University. I'm Miss San Antonio Regina Garcia, a sophomore at San Antonio College. I'm Miss Rio Grande Valley Shannon Lee McEwen. I'm a senior at Texas A&I University. I'm Miss Prairie View A&M University, Rochelle Fisher. I'm a senior at Prairie View A&M University. Miss Parker County, Julie Scruggs, a sophomore at Tarrant County Junior College. I'm Miss Campbell Laura Wansley, a sophomore attending Texas Tech University. I'm Miss Orange County Deanne Fowler, a sophomore attending Panola Junior College. I'm Miss North Texas Kelly Baldwin, Goodwin, a sophomore attending the University of Texas at Arlington.
I'm Miss Nacogdoches Christy Spira, senior at Stephen F. Austin State University.
I'm Miss Mount Pleasant Michelle Doyle, freshman attending Texas Christian University.
I'm Miss Monte County Susan McMurray, and I'm a junior at Texas Christian University.
I'm Miss Monahan's Vicki Harkey. I will be a freshman attending Midland College. Miss Missouri City Tracy Lynn Motley, a junior at Lamar University.
I'm Miss Mineral Wells Tanya Dow, a freshman attending Texas Christian University.
Miss Metrocrest Holly Hayes, a junior attending the University of North Texas.
I'm Miss Mesquite Cindy LaBelle, a graduate of Colorado State University.
Miss Lufkin Sherry Richardson, a sophomore at Kilgore Junior College.
Miss Lubbock Rhonda Dill, a senior at Texas Tech University.
I'm Miss Lakeworth Lori Brawley, a sophomore attending Tarrant County Junior College.
I'm Miss Lake of the Pines Lisa Allenaz, a sophomore attending San Jacinto Junior College.
Miss Lake Conroe area Joanna Schaefer, a sophomore at North Harris County College.
I'm Miss Keller Gail Roth, a graduate student attending Texas Women's University. I'm Miss Hurst-Hewlett Bedford Leah K. Lyle, a graduate of Baylor University.
I'm Miss Humble Kingwood Nicole Salee, and I'm a freshman at the University of Houston.
I'm Miss Howard County Jeannie Robertson. I'll be a sophomore at Texas Tech University.
I'm Miss Houston Francis Pinto. I'm a senior at the University of Houston.
I'm Miss Harris County Lori Faison, a graduate of North Texas State University. I'm Miss Haltom Richland area Debbie Riggs, a graduate of Southern Methodist University. Hi, I'm Miss Gulf Coast Michelle Young, a sophomore at San Antonio College. I'm Miss Greenville Deanne Allen, a senior at the University of North Texas.
I'm Miss Greater Houston Sherry Whitehead, a freshman attending the University of Houston. Miss Grapevine Colleyville Suzanne Lawrence, a sophomore attending Texas Wesleyan College.
I'm Miss Grand Prairie Julie Witt, a sophomore at the University of Texas at Arlington.
I'm Miss Georgetown Jan Vickers, a junior at Southwestern University. I'm Miss Garland Amy Cox, a freshman at Texas Christian University.
I'm Miss Selena Park Mary Miller, freshman attending University of Texas at Austin.
I'm Miss Freestone County Angela Caruth, a sophomore at Sam Houston State University. I'm Miss Fort Worth Amy Jones, a sophomore attending Baylor University. I'm Miss East Texas Michelle Searles, a sophomore at Tarrant County Junior College.
I'm Miss Duncanville Kathy Castro, a graduate of Texas Christian University.
I'm Miss DeSoto Courtney Riggs, a sophomore at the University of Texas at Arlington.
I'm Miss Denison Donna Higginbotham, a senior at Texas Wesleyan College. Miss Dallas Shelley St. John, a sophomore at the University of Texas at Arlington.
I'm Miss Crowley Christy Dotson, a sophomore at Tarrant County Junior College.
Miss Commerce Kim Armstrong, graduating in December from Texas Christian University.
Miss Cinco de Mayo Gina Puente, a junior at Texas Christian University.
I'm Kelly Miss Bartleson Kelly Rogers, a freshman at the University of North Texas. Miss Brownsville JC's Clarissa Castro, a sophomore at Pan American University.
I'm Stacy Jones, Miss Bear County, a senior at the University of Houston.
I'm Miss Beaumont Jefferson County Lori Long, and I'm a freshman attending Lamar University.
I'm Miss Arlington Tracy Way, a senior at the University of Texas at Arlington.
I'm Miss Amarillo Mia Bannister, a junior at West Texas State University.
Tonight, one of these young women will be your new Miss Texas. I think they're all very special, don't you? Last year, a young woman from Lufkin became Miss Texas in 1987. Her talent, intellect, and personality helped her to secure a position as a finalist at the Miss America pageant. And these same qualities have endeared her to audiences throughout Texas and the country this past year. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Texas, Jo Thompson.
Look at her, it seems she's even lovelier. This girl we waited for
and gentlemen, I'd like you to meet my co-hostess for this evening, Miss Texas 1984, Tamara Hext Hilliard.
Thank you, Gloria. In just a few moments, we'll view one of the most exciting moments of Pageant Week here in Fort Worth, the announcement of the top 10 finalists. You'll learn who they are at the exact same moment as the contestants and our theater audience. For the past 3 evenings, our state representatives have been competing on stage in evening gown, swimsuit, and talent competitions. In addition, each of the contestants met in a private interview with our panel of judges, who evaluated all of their poise, intelligence, and conversing abilities, and gained some insight into their ambitions and goals. Each judge scores every contestant individually, and the 10 women who have garnered the greatest number of points will be our finalists. Gloria will make the announcement after this message from a proud sponsor of the Miss Texas pageant, Revco, a friend for life.
Of course not. The first thing we do is drop off our vacation film where we see the Kodak Color Watch seal. The Color Watch seal means the Kodak system checks the developing for great color. The Kodak Color Watch system, you're going to thank me for it.
Thank you.
I saw that coming.
And now at Revco, Kodak Disc 2-packs only $4.67 and receive a special $1 off developing of original print rolls.
Prior to owning the Chevrolet, I had a Ford. Well, I switched to the Chevy because I like the look better than the Ford. I found out that they had completely redid the truck. You need a 4-wheel drive truck. You don't want to have to get out and lock your wheels in. If you want to go into 4-wheel drive, you can just shift into it. This Chevrolet truck is the best vehicle I have ever owned.
Heartbeat of America, that's the Chevy truck.
If you don't believe it, just go out and try it yourself.
Look who's back. The lovable characters from Walt Disney's classic movie Bambi, now playing at theaters everywhere. And your kids can find them at McDonald's. Because when you buy them this special McDonald's Happy Meal, they get one of 4 soft, posable toys. There's Bambi himself, or Friend Owl, or Thumper, or Flower. Bambi and Friends at McDonald's.
Intelligent, ingenious, in a world by itself. The new Maxim Series I. Only from the mind of Minolta.
Families, what's the first thing we do when we get back from vacation? Unpack our bags?
No.
Read the mail?
Forget it.
Of course not. The first thing we do is drop off our vacation film where we see the Kodak Color Watch seal. The Color Watch seal means the Kodak system checks the developing for great color. The Kodak Color Watch system, you're going to thank me for it.
Thank you.
I saw that coming.
And now at Revco, Kodak Disc 2-packs only $4.67 and receive a special $1 off developing of original print rolls.
Welcome to the Miss Texas pageant from your host city, Fort Worth. The way you want Texas to be. Fort Worth, the unique city that blends the old with the new. With the perfect combination of food, fun, culture, and nightlife. Something for everyone in Fort Worth. The way you want Texas to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, the second most important announcement of the evening, the announcement of our 10 finalists. After 3 evenings of preliminary competitions, the points have been tabulated, and the finalists are Miss Arlington Tracy Way, Miss Southeast Texas Monica Perry, Miss Fort Worth Amy Jones, Miss Lake of the Pines Lisa Alanez, Miss White Settlement, Suzanne Nelson. Miss Dallas, Shelley St. John. Miss Duncanville, Kathy Castro. Miss Monte County, Susan McMurray. Miss Hurst, Euless Bedford, Leah K. Lyle. And Miss Haltom, Richland area, Debbie Ricks. Our 10 finalists, ladies and gentlemen, one of whom will be Miss Texas 1988.
Now that we've seen the 10 finalists, I'm sure you'll be making your selections for the winner. It's important to remember that all the points which the finalists have accumulated during the previous evenings are eliminated, and that the judges will cast new ballots tonight for each phase of the competition. Let's meet those judges now. Gloria?
Dedicated and qualified individuals have the very difficult responsibility of selecting Miss Texas 1988. May we present the Community Service Director of the Birmingham News Company and the Executive Director of the Miss Alabama Pageant, Nora Chapman. Our next judge is a singer, dancer, television talk show hostess, and president of the Miss Atlantic City Pageant, Sandra Usry Collinsworth. The third member of our panel is an individual active in a host of community affairs and is the president of the Miss Oklahoma Pageant, Mr. Greg Entwistle. Our next guest has judged over 300 Miss America pageants and is the president of the board of the Miss Georgia Pageant, Joe Dickens. The final panelist has judged throughout the country since 1970 and is currently the chairman of the board of the Miss Missouri Pageant, Mr. Larry Weber. Evening gown competition follows after this message from Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
With speed calling from a Southwestern Bell telephone, you can dial with just one button.
Hello? Yeah, Janice, you want to babysit for Ryan tonight?
So now people you call often are even easier to reach.
Well, no is good enough. $4 an hour. Carol, Ryan's calling for you. Listen. Carol. How much? Please, I'm begging you.
Speed calling, an easy way to do more with your phone from a Southwestern Bell telephone.
We'll have the check made out to cash. Yes, Grandma, we'll have a taxi. No problem.
The Corlick sisters on Denny's specials.
We're about to get our chicken fried steak and eggs lunch.
You mean breakfast?
I've had breakfast.
The eggs come with the breakfast special.
You said we're getting lunch.
The breakfast special is served for lunch and dinner.
Who wants dinner?
The dinner special served anytime, too, just like breakfast and lunch.
Maybe if you stop thinking about breakfast and dinner before lunch, you'd understand the menu at Lenny's. Denny's.
Try our chicken fried steak specials for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Only at Denny's.
How much would you expect to pay for a brand spanking new Sport Coupe with ground effects? For a Sport Coupe with port fuel injection, full gauge package, and a 5-speed stick? For a Sport Coupe with air conditioning and an electronically tuned stereo? Now, how much would you expect to pay for a sport coupe with all that named Camaro? Gotcha. Introducing the new Camaro RS, the most Camaro you've never paid for.
The heartbeat of America, that's today's Chevrolet.
Welcome to the Miss Texas pageant from your host city, Fort Worth. The way you want Texas to be. Fort Worth, the unique city that blends the old with the new. With the perfect combination of food, fun, culture, and nightlife. Something for everyone in Fort Worth. The way you want Texas to be.
Musical, P.T. Barnum chronicles time through color. The purple glow of indigo, the gleam of green and gold. These are not merely shades and hues, but truly the colors of his life.
Colors of my life, to show the way. Sky smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see.
It's cherry pink and apple blossom white. When your true lover comes your way. It's cherry pink and apple blossom white. When you're in love.
Those cool and limpid green eyes, a pool wherein my love lies. So deeper in my searching for happiness I see that they will ever haunt me. All through my life they taunt me, but will they ever want me? Green eyes make my dream come true.
Soft as an easy chair, fresh as the morning air, ageless and
drum comes bobbing along. 5'2", eyes of blue. Oh, what those 5 feet can do. Has anybody seen my gal? Turned up nose, turned down hose, never had no other beau. Has anybody seen my gal?
Tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. It's been 3 long years. Do you still want me? God didn't make little green apples, and it don't rain in Indianapolis in the summertime. And when myself is feeling low, I think about her face aglow and ease my mind.
The moon was yellow and the night was young. A smile brought us together, and I was wondering whether we'd meet again someday.
Here we are. Is our romance to continue? Will it be my luck to win you? May I look that far?
fly, little blackbird.
This year in the Miss America program, evening gown competition has taken on a new dimension. Each contestant will be given the opportunity to make an on-stage statement showing her personality and opinions by answering a question which has been asked earlier in the week during interview competition. The contestant will not know the subject matter which will be asked, and the judges will use this segment to further evaluate her knowledge, verbal ability, sincerity, and expression. Ladies and gentlemen, in an array of beautiful hues, our contestants in evening gown competition. Miss Arlington Tracy Way, should the United States be in the Persian Gulf, and why?
I feel that we should be in the Persian Gulf. We have been there as a positive force over there, and I feel that we have deferred an all-out war, and I am very supportive of our Navy, and I think they are doing a wonderful job.
Miss Southeast Texas, Monica Perry. What is responsible journalism?
Responsible journalism is telling the truth as best as you can without unnecessarily hurting anyone.
Miss Fort Worth, Amy Jones. Do you feel that sororities are discriminating?
No, I really don't. I think that there's a place for everyone, and if a sorority is right for you, I believe that there's opportunity to be in one, and I don't believe that they're discriminated against.
Miss Lake of the Pines, Lisa Alanez. If you had the opportunity to dance with anyone in the world, who would you choose and why?
I think if I had the opportunity to dance with anyone in the world, it would have to be Mikhail Baryshnikov. He is my idol, and I think that he is one of the greatest assets that ballet has to show for itself.
Miss White Settlement, Suzanne Nelson. Miss Dallas, Shelley St. John. Do you think we're ready for a female vice president?
I'm not sure the entire world is ready for a female vice president, but I do feel that if Jean Kirkpatrick is chosen as the vice presidential candidate, that she would do an excellent job.
Miss White Settlement, Suzanne Nelson. How do you feel about books being written about the president by his staff?
The First Amendment gives us the right to freedom of speech and expression, and I hope that one would choose good judgment and think of the nation's best interests when writing these books. I think we need to know the truth and the facts about our leaders and our country.
Miss Montague County, Susan McMurray. If you became Miss America, what issues would you promote?
The issues I would promote would be just to believe in yourself, because if you believe in yourself and God, then nothing is impossible.
Miss Duncanville, Kathy Castro. Why did you seek a business degree rather than going into the arts?
Well, business has always been a great part of my life. Growing up around a business community, I felt as though I would like to branch out into that area. But dancing is still a great part of my life, and I continue to prosper in it and plan it for my future as well.
Miss Hurst Euless Bedford, Leah K. Lyle. How do you perceive the role of Miss Texas?
Miss Texas has the role of, number one, being very grateful to the state and to the people in the state of Texas for the honor and privilege of representing all of the citizens. She owes the people of Texas her very best in everything that she does as Miss Texas.
Miss Halton, Richland area, Debbie Riggs. Do you consider competing in this pageant the same as applying for a job, and why?
I feel that after all that this pageant has done for me, it has allowed me to finish my scholarship, and that scholarship has been used to finishing my education. Because of that, I can think of no job that I would rather have than the job of representing Texas and the Miss America Scholarship Program. The only way I can repay them now would be with a year of my life in representing them, and it is a job I would love to have.
And there they are, ladies and gentlemen, our contestants in evening gown competition. Aren't they lovely? They certainly are, but they're also bright and talented as well. You'll see in the next phase of competition after learning about low-cost auto loans from your local credit union.
If you need to borrow money for a new car, you could always count on your family. There's your rich Aunt Gladys. And don't forget about your brother-in-law, Rocco. Or you can get an auto loan from our family, your credit union family. Credit unions can give you an auto loan at such a low rate, you could afford to buy something nice for your Aunt Gladys.
Texas credit unions offer low-cost auto loans and access to members' insurance group auto coverages.
At Revco Drugs, people feel better.
Got anything for a broken heart?
Aisle 3. Because Revco carries American Greetings forget-me-not cards that express how you feel.
Got anything for being in love?
Aisle 3. And cards that make you feel better.
Anything for a cold?
Yeah.
Anything for having given my wife a cold?
Aisle 3. The best card store is your Revco drugstore. We help you feel better.
You've got to try this. Really. It's incredible. Want one? Can't have mine.
Brownie on the outside, Barricini in the middle. The new Barricini brownie and ice cream sandwich. Rich and soon to be famous.
Wow, you see that? Whoa! Oh, man, what kind of gas did you put in this car?
Knocking can turn your car into a loser. But Texaco Super Unleaded with a higher octane blend helps restore lost power in your car.
Up ahead, there's Texaco, star of the American road.
Play the Winners' Cup game at Texaco Food Marts and win a trip to Europe, Hawaii, or millions of other great prizes. Everyone wins.
Exciting, stirring music was always an essential part of a P.T. Barnum Circus Spectacular. And what could be more exciting or spectacular than Alexander's Ragtime Band?
That you want to go to war. It's just the bestest band, what I am, oh my honey lamb. Come on along, let me take you by the hand. Up to the man who is the leader of the band. And if you care to hear that Swanee River play, take you by the hand. Up to the man who is the leader of the band. And if you care to hear that Swanee River played in ragtime, come on and hear. Come on and hear Alexander.
were busy combining their shows in 1881, the French author Amiel wrote, "Doing easily what others find difficult is talent." And that's certainly what our contestants do in this next phase of competition. Every young woman dreams of her knight in shining armor. And when he appears, she knows it's only a matter of time before he loves her too. Singing about the man she loves is Tracy Way, Miss Arlington.
When the mellow moon begins to beam, every night I dream a little dream. And of course, Prince Charming is the theme. The he for me. Although I realize as well as you, it is seldom that a dream comes true to me. It's clear that he'll appear. He loves me, and to my amazement, I love it, knowing that he loves me. He loves me, true he doesn't show it. How could he, when he doesn't know it? Yesterday he loathed me, now today he likes me. And tomorrow, my teeth ache from the urge to touch him. I'm speechless, but I mustn't tell him it's wrong now, but it won't be long now before my love discovers that he and I are lovers. Imagine how surprised the sound could be. He loves me, he loves me. Show it. How could he when he doesn't know it? And tingling, such delicious tingles. I'm trembling. What the heck does that mean? I'm freezing. That's because it's cold out. But still I'm incandescent. And like some adolescent, I'd like to scrawl on every wall I see.
Alabama sings, if you're gonna play in Texas, you gotta have a fiddle in the band. Nothing symbolizes the down-home celebration of life more than the fiddle. Here to perform with her fiddle a medley of well-known country favorites is Monica Perry, Miss Southeast Texas.
competition continues after this word from the heartbeat of America. Today's Chevrolet.
Some people think that to afford the new Chevy Cavalier, you'd have to own a house like this. And to afford its electronic fuel injection, stereo, and bucket seats, you'd even own a house like this. Actually, they'd be surprised to see how affordable it is. Very surprised. But just imagine where they'll think you live when they see you driving one.
The heartbeat of America. That's today's Chevrolet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's it.
It's over. We have nothing in common.
Never agreed on one thing. Ever.
Great. I'm too good for him.
I can do better.
I need to find someone
more like me.
When you find something you have so much in common with, something so unique, so refreshing,
Hi.
you just can't stop yourself from grabbing it and holding on to it forever.
I took my family to California on vacation. I didn't need to carry a lot of cash because I taken along my Citibank Visa. Then, in the middle of the trip, I lost it. So I called the 800 number from Citibank.
I canceled his Citibank Visa and immediately issued him a new one.
She got the new card to my hotel within 24 hours. If it wasn't for Citibank, the kids would have missed Disneyland.
Not just Visa, Citibank Visa.
Day in and day out, most people take it for granted their lights won't go off. And what that means for employees like Dave Williams
Okay, it's ready to bring up.
is they've done their job.
What did you do today, Dave?
Not much.
That's what we're doing tomorrow.
Do you have a runny nose, a hacking cough, or a case of the midsummer blahs? Here's Chester Hound Dog with a sure cure for all your ailments. Welcome him and his sidekick, Amy Jones, Miss Fort Worth.
What, Chester? Have I got a deal for you? Okay, Chester the con dog. What is it this time? Fajita flavored puppy chow? No, it's Chester Hound Doggy's tails to cure all kinds of ills. We'll be rough rolling in the dough this time. Stick with me, kid, and we'll split the loot 3 ways. But Chester, there's only 2 of us. 1, 2, 3. Who said that? Not me.
Oh, I did.
Where? Over there.
Down here.
A spider? Unfortunately, he came with the pills. And now for the real sales pitch. Hit it, guys. Ruff, ruff. Ruff, ruff. Do you have that run-down feeling? Does your head go a-reeling? Are you nervous, jumpy, or on edge? Is it neuritis, neuralgia, a head cold distress? Or maybe it's your sinus drainage?
Do you have tired blood?
A berry, or maybe you're a little overweight. You better make some corrections in all this infection. Just send us only $1.98. Get rid of that runny nose, that nagging cough, that sneeze, that wheeze, and other injuries. Take the wonder drug that cures all your ills. Take Chester Hound Doggy's
Polyunsaturated, quick dissolving,
fast-acting,
great tasting,
green and yellow pills. Well, it won't upset your stomach.
it's good for arthritis.
It soothes all your aches and pain. Get rid of those hammers in your head. Don't be a hypochondriac.
Start feeling better again.
Clear up that fungus among us. It's good for every ailment, including killing all your fleas. And it's guaranteed to be just what you need for a quick, fast, speedy release. Get rid of that runny nose.
naked, quick dissolving,
Fast acting,
great tasting.
green and yellow pills. Oh, yeah.
The passion and fury of war provided the setting for Sergei Rachmaninoff's final and most brilliant musical composition. Presenting a classical ballet performance to variations from Rachmaninoff's symphonic dances is Lisa Alanez, Miss Lake of the Pines.
This year, my son and I took some time to photograph the beauty of nature. Then, naturally, we looked for the Kodak Color Watch seal. The Color Watch seal means the Kodak system checks the developing for great color. But our father and son see things differently. This is my idea of natural beauty, and this is his. The Kodak Color Watch system. You're going to thank me for it. Because he's single.
And now at Revco, Kodak Disc 2-packs only $4.67 and receive a special $1 off developing of original print rolls.
If you need to borrow money for a new car, you could always count on your family. There's your rich Aunt Gladys. And don't forget about your brother-in-law, Rocco. Or you can get an auto loan from our family, your credit union family. Credit unions can give you an auto loan at such a low rate, you could afford to buy something nice for your Aunt Gladys.
Texas credit unions offer low-cost auto loans and access to members' insurance group auto coverages.
Suddenly, a new development in practical sedans. Style at a lower price than Civic, Sentra, and Corolla. Introducing the 1989 Mirage from Mitsubishi. Suddenly, the obvious choice. More power than Sentra, more room than Civic, more standard features than Corolla, and style you'll find only at your Mitsubishi Motors dealer. The 1989 Mirage from Mitsubishi. Suddenly, the obvious choice.
When a business advertises in a Here Today, Gone Tomorrow Yellow Pages, business may be here today and gone tomorrow. The Southwestern Bell Yellow Pages has been serving Dallas for over 80 years, so call today or tomorrow. We'll be here. If you don't get your business ad in the next Greater Dallas Southwestern Bell Yellow Pages by July 13th, well, your parts department may have plenty of time for other things.
Go fish.
Call 951-5500.
16th body has been pulled from the rubble of that department store disaster down in Brownsville. The search for more victims continues at this moment. We'll have the latest tonight at 10.
Welcome back to the second half of the 1988 Miss Texas pageant, the official state finals to Miss America. The Miss Texas pageant is brought to you in part by Southwestern Bell, the one to call on, and by Mother's Cookies, always fresh, always made with the best. You just can't say no to your Mother's.
No. With call waiting from Southwestern Bell Telephone.
No.
One simple click.
Could you hold for a second? Yes.
Tells you that you'll never miss an important call again.
Yes. Yes.
Or ever have to stay off your phone to wait for one.
Yes. Could I call you right back?
Call waiting, an easy way to do more with your phone from Southwestern Bell Telephone.
Yes. No.
They're so loaded with stuff, I just can't get enough. Oh, those rich taffy creams that I see in my dreams. I just can't say no to my mother.
Mother's Cookies, always fresh, always made with the best.
They've got oatmeal to cry for, fruit bars to die for. But when it's just me and you, it's pink camels for two. You just can't say no to your mothers. Yeah.
Please welcome again your Mistress of Ceremonies, Gloria Gilbert Barron.
I Hope I Get It is not only the title of a song written by composer Marvin Hamlish for a chorus line, but also expresses the desire of our next contestant for the title of Miss Texas. Now, as she captures your attention with her exhilarating performance combining gymnastics and dance, it's Suzanne Nelson, Miss White Settlement. country music, can you? Include honky-tonk pickup trucks and deserted love. But country can also be spunky and perky. Do you want an example? Singing Do Ya is Shelley St. John, Miss Dallas.
Do you still get a thrill when you see me coming up the hill? Honey, now do ya? And do you whisper my name to bring a little comfort to you? Do you? And do you still like the feel of my body lying next to you? Whoa, whoa. Well, I guess what I'm asking is, do you still love me? Do you? Or do you lie awake thinking I'm the biggest mistake you ever made? Well, honey, now do ya? And if just by snapping your fingers you could snap them fingers and make it all go away, well, honey, now would ya? Do you miss me when I'm gone, but sometimes wish that I'd stay gone just a little bit longer? Well, I guess what I'm asking is, do you still love me? Do you? 'Cause honey, I sure do. I still love you. At least I think I do. And these questions I'm asking, you could ask them of me too. But Lord, you know that I do. Do you still get a thrill when you see me coming up the hill? Honey, now do ya? Oh, do ya? And do you whisper my name to bring a little comfort to ya? Do ya? And do you still like the feel of my body lying next to you? Oh, well, I guess what I'm asking is, do you still love me? Do ya? Yes, I guess what I'm asking is, do you still love me? Do ya? Do ya?
Chevy S10 invites you to own the street with the biggest engine ever offered in a compact pickup. The most V6 power and torque available in a compact truck. And a price to make your heart beat faster than ever.
Heartbeat of America. That's today's Chevy truck.
At Revco Drugs, people feel better.
Got anything for a broken heart?
Aisle 3. Because Revco carries American Greetings forget-me-not cards that express how you feel.
Got anything for being in love?
Aisle 3. And cards that make you feel better.
Anything for a cold?
Yeah.
Anything for having given my wife a cold?
Aisle 3. The best card store is your Revco drugstore. We help you feel better.
Hurry to the border, because for a limited time, Taco Bell has beefed up Mexi Melt. Introducing the double beef Mexi Melt. All the cheese, and twice the beef of the original. Packed with flavor. So get going. This is too good to last. The new double beef Mexi Melt. Only $1.19. Head for a deal with some meat in it.
Taco Bell has your order.
The new double beef Mexi Melt.
Make a run for the border.
Who flies overnight letters for just $8.75? Watch the birdie. Express mail overnight service from your post office. Who drops by to pick up your overnight packages every day? You know us well. Express mail overnight service. When we say overnight, we mean overnight.
Bizet's Carmen is one of the most enduring and endearing of all operas. Portraying the bullfighter who fell in love with Carmen is the rousing Les Toreadors. Presenting Kathy Castro, Miss Duncanville. Dreams lead to sadness, but life must continue with a smile. Telling her heart, don't cry out loud, is Susan McMurray, Miss Montague County. Baby cried the day the circus came to town, 'cause she didn't like parades just passing by her. So she painted on a smile and took up with some clown, and they danced without a net upon the wire. I know a lot about her, 'cause you see, baby was an awful lot like me. Don't cry out loud, just keep it inside and learn how to hide your feelings. Light-hearted and proud, and if you fall, remember you almost had it all. Baby saw the wind, they pulled the big top down, and they left behind her dreams among the litter. A different kind of love she thought she'd found was nothing more than sawdust and some glitter. But baby can't be broken, 'cause you see,
that was me. Don't cry out loud, just keep it inside and learn how to hide your feelings. Fly higher, proud. If you should fall, remember you almost had it all. If you should fall, remember you almost had it
We're here at the National Space Satellite Dish, where for 3 days in a row, scientists have received messages from deep space. Dr. Gilbert.
At precisely 12 noon, we have received the signal.
And now, as the hour of 12 approaches, we listen for these strange sounds.
It's no mystery where great refreshment comes from. Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
If you need to borrow money for a new car, you could always count on your family. There's your rich Aunt Gladys. And don't forget about your brother-in-law, Rocco. Or you can get an auto loan from our family, your credit union family. Credit unions can give you an auto loan at such a low rate, you could afford to buy something nice for your Aunt Gladys.
Texas credit unions offer low-cost auto loans and access to members' insurance group auto coverages.
Burger King announces an event of epic portions. Buy a Whopper combo, get a flame-broiled Whopper free.
You're free. Free. You've waited for this moment. Go, go, go.
Buy a Whopper, large fries, and regular Pepsi, get a second Whopper absolutely free.
You're free.
We do it like you do it when we do it like we do it at Burger King.
You know, you have some specialty items here, which are like some of them from our exotic fruit section, which is actually where we are in the exotic fruit section.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
You didn't feel a kind of a excitement
Exotic.
coming over you? An exotic
Now
feeling?
that you mention it, I could feel it, but I didn't know what it was.
I think we have over 70 different kinds of exotic fruits and vegetables.
Wow. This one is a good one.
Do you ever look in the pattern of a cantaloupe and see if it says anything?
I'm not into horoscope reading.
It's been said a nation's thinking is reflected in its laws and literature, its heart and soul in its music. Here to present an interpretation of Moscow Nights and Battle Hymn of the Republic that blends the music of two diverse nations is Leah K. Lyle, Miss Hurst Euless Bedford. music lends itself perfectly to the melodic vibrancy of the flute. Our next contestant shows this as she takes a journey down the Shenandoah Valley to the medley made popular by James Galway. Here is Debbie Ricks, Miss Haltom, Richland area.
All right, families, what's the first thing we do when we get back from vacation? Unpack our bags?
No!
Read the mail?
Forget it!
Of course not. The first thing we do is drop off our vacation film where we see the Kodak Color Watch seal. The Color Watch seal means the Kodak system checks the developing for great color. The Kodak Color Watch system. You're going to thank me for it.
Thank you!
I saw that coming.
And now at Revco, Kodak Disc 2 packs only $4.67 and receive a special $1 off developing of original print rolls.
They're so loaded with stuff, I just can't get enough. Oh, those rich taffy creams that I see in my dreams. I just can't say no to my mother.
Mother's cookies, always fresh, always made with the best.
They've got oatmeal to cry for, fruit bars to die for. But when it's just me and you, it's pink camels for two. You just can't say no to your mother's, yeah.
You don't have Pepsi?
It don't come easy.
No Coke, huh?
You know it don't come easy.
Could I get more ice, please?
When getting a little thing like a soft drink starts getting hard,
Call this a large.
come to 7-Eleven, where you'll always get your favorite soft drink fixed by someone who knows just how you like it. You.
Now that's what I call a large.
Right now, get a super big gulp for just 59 cents at today's 7-Eleven.
Introducing the Pizza Inn All-You-Can-Eat Diet. Day 1, eat 8 pizzas. Still hungry? Eat 8 more. By day 2, you'll crave pasta. The more you eat, the better the diet works. Day 3, roughage. You know what they say. Day 4, eat all the dessert you can. If the guy at the next table leaves some, have that too. Day 5, you've made it. Now maintain it by visiting our luncheon buffet as needed. And remember, the best way to keep on your diet is to keep food on your plate.
Welcome to the Miss Texas pageant from your host city, Fort Worth, the way you want Texas to be. Fort Worth, the unique city that blends the old with the new, with the perfect combination of food, fun, culture, and nightlife. Something for everyone in Fort Worth, the way you want Texas to be.
Fundamental to a circus, it's a clown. Cole Porter wrote a song about them. Picasso painted them. Shakespeare idolized them, and everybody loves them. Ladies and gentlemen, the clowns.
Hold everything in the program and bring on the clowns. Sad and hilarious, bring on the various clowns. Roll out the barrels of fun. Fire a few from a gun. Bring on the rest one by one. Honey nose, pasty face, hairy bone, Susan lace, alkaline, rosy cheeks, little neck, sour beaks, wheelbarrow spilling with Volkswagen filling with clowns. Cannons exploding with skies, all emoting with clowns. Their nose smiles like the clowns, rolling with their ups and downs. They flicker smiles over frowns. Baggy pants, safety pin, derby dogs, double chins, burlap and tapada, who wouldn't like a clown? Shakespeare and be quite elite. You could charm the critics and have nothing to eat. Yeah, slip on a banana peel, the world that you beat. Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh.
Isn't it great? Aren't we a pair? Me with my feet on the ground in midair, sending the clowns, sending the clowns. Don't bother, they're here. Baby cried the day the circus came to town, 'cause she didn't like parades just passing by her. So she painted on a smile and took up with some clown. And she danced without a net up on the wire. Don't cry out loud, just keep it inside. Learn how to hide your feelings. Fly high and proud. And if you should fall, remember you almost had it all.
What kind of fool am I who never fell in love? It seems that I'm the only one that I have been thinking of. What kind of life is this? An empty shell, a lonely cell in which a lonely heart must dwell. What kind of clown am I? What do I know of life? Why can't I cast away this mask of clay and live my life? Why can't I fall in love like any other man? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I
Make 'em laugh, be a clown. All the world loves a clown.
You can study Shakespeare and be quite elite. And you can charm the critics and have nothing to beat. Just step on a banana and the world is your feet.
Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em
Ladies and gentlemen, our final phase of competition, swimsuit. Miss Arlington Tracy Way. Miss Southeast Texas, Monica Perry. Miss Fort Worth, Amy Jones. Miss Lake of the Pines, Lisa Alanez. Miss White Settlement, Suzanne Nelson. Miss Dallas, Shelley St. John. Miss Duncanville, Kathy Castro. Miss Monte County, Susan McMurray. Miss Hurst Euless Bedford, Leah K. Lyle. And Miss Haltom Richland area, Debbie Ricks. That concludes swimsuit competition, ladies and gentlemen. In just a few minutes, one of these finalists will wear the crown of Miss Texas 1988. Isn't it an exciting evening?
It certainly is exciting, Gloria. And everyone could just feel the electricity in the air. After this commercial message, we'll be right back with the finale of the show.
Listen to the heartbeat
Chevrolet Corsica LT.
of America.
Now you can enjoy sleeker aerodynamics in a Porsche 928S, a taut F41 sport suspension, electronic fuel injection, all all for a price that lets you indulge yourself without denying your responsibilities.
The heartbeat of America.
Corsica LT.
That's today's Chevrolet.
Hey, let's get something to drink. Let's forget about it.
No, come on, it's no problem.
So, how do we get back in?
Hey. Okay, come on, let's go. You got the keys? This is not a problem.
A lot of places will cut you a deal on the price of 2 pizzas, but what usually gets cut is the amount of cheese and the toppings. But at Pizza Hut, you get 2 medium hand-tossed traditional pizzas loaded with 2 layers of cheese, just $9.99. Pile in your favorite toppings for an additional charge to cover both pizzas. At Pizza Hut, we always cut you a great deal. So why get their skimpy pizzas when you can get great pairs from Pizza Hut delivered?
Pizza Hut, making it great.
Well, my daughter was going off to college, and I was anxious. What if she needed something in an emergency and didn't have the money? I called the Citibank 800 number to see if there was a way that she could be allowed to charge on my Citibank Visa.
I told him I could do better than that. I could issue him a second card with her name on it at no cost.
What a help. Citibank Visa brought his father a little peace of mind.
Not just Visa, Citibank Visa.
To the Miss Texas pageant from your host city, Fort Worth. The way you want Texas to be. Fort Worth, the unique city that blends the old with the new. With the perfect combination of food, fun, culture, and nightlife. Something for everyone in Fort Worth. The way you want Texas to be.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, time for us to bring together all the pieces of our finale to feature all those wonderful things that have brought you pleasure this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, our finale.
Life is a celebration with you on my arm. Walking's a new sensation with you on my arm. Each time I face a morning that's boring and bland with you, it looks good. With you, it looks great. With you, it looks great.
It's
past year, Joe Thompson captured the crown of Miss Texas and the heart of all Texans. The charm, intelligence, beauty, and personal magnetism that have captivated us this past year will also keep her in our memories for years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Texas, Joe Thompson.
Growing up on a farm, I often dreamed of the opportunities the world has to offer. Little did I know that winning the title of Miss Texas would make so many of those dreams become reality. It has broadened my horizons, enriched my thoughts, strengthened my faith, and warmed my heart. A special thanks to the entire Miss Texas family, especially B. Don Magnus, who challenged me to develop my potential to obtain my goals. To Elaine and Hank Carroll for being mom and dad for a year and dear friends forever. To my traveling companions for your time, encouragement, and smiles. To my parents for giving me two very important things, roots and wings. Roots that will be strengthened as I pursue my master's degree made possible by Pageant scholarships, and wings that will be tested as I take flight to make room for a new Miss Texas. May her year be everything she hopes for and much more. I know mine was, and for that, I will be eternally grateful. Although time does tumble by, I'll always cherish my time with you, Texas. Thank you for blessing me with your smiles, warmth, and friendship.
Jo has certainly represented Texas well this past year. She is a lovely and gracious addition to a Texas tradition of outstanding Miss America representatives. We'll crown that new representative in just a few moments.
If you need to borrow money for a new car, you could always count on your family. There's your rich Aunt Gladys. And don't forget about your brother-in-law, Rocco. Or you can get an auto loan from our family, your credit union family. Credit unions can give you an auto loan at such a low rate, you could afford to buy something nice for your Aunt Gladys.
Texas credit unions offer low-cost auto loans and access to members' insurance group auto coverages.
At Revco Drugs, people feel better.
Got anything for a broken heart?
Aisle 3. Because Revco carries American Greetings Forget-Me-Not cards that express how you feel.
Got anything for being in love?
Aisle 3. And cards that make you feel better.
Anything for a cold?
Yeah.
Anything for having given my wife a cold?
Aisle 3. The best card store is your Revco drugstore. We help you feel better.
Summer is here. Boys in sunglasses, girls in skimpy bikinis, everybody looking for ways to keep cool. Well, Taco Bueno has a good one. Their new chicken fajita salad. There's tender grilled chicken, fresh guacamole, and real sour cream. The chicken fajita salad. Come and get it. The skimpy bikini, leave it at home.
Taco Bueno.
New chicken fajita salad. Suddenly, a new development in practical sedans. Style at a lower price than Civic, Sentra, and Corolla. Introducing the 1989 Mirage from Mitsubishi. Suddenly, the obvious choice. More power than Sentra, more room than Civic, more standard features than Corolla, and style you'll find only at your Mitsubishi Motors dealer. The 1989 Mirage from Mitsubishi. Suddenly, the obvious choice.
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have reached their decision. The fourth runner-up and the winner of a $1,500 scholarship is Miss Haltom Richland area, Debbie Ricks. The third runner-up and winner of a $2,000 scholarship is Ms. Lake of the Pines, Lisa Elenez. second runner-up and winner of a $3,000 scholarship is Miss Dallas Shelley St. John. Ladies and gentlemen, here are 7 of the loveliest, most talented, brightest women in Texas. 2 of these outstanding women have garnered the greatest number of points in the 1988 Miss Texas pageant. These points have been tabulated from the competitions you've seen this evening, and the 2 with the highest number will be Miss Texas and her first runner-up. In no particular order, they are Miss Duncanville Kathy Castro and Miss Hurst Euless Bedford Leah K. Lyle. Hundreds of women competing throughout Texas and from over 60 local pageants, from Texarkana to Lubbock and the Rio Grande Valley to Amarillo. These 2 women have emerged and they have gone through rigorous training, interviews, preliminary competition, and tonight's finals. Here now is Miss Texas and her first runner-up. The first runner-up has a great responsibility. If for any reason Miss Texas cannot fulfill her reign, the title and crown will pass to her. She is the recipient of a $5,000 scholarship and is the second most important person on this stage this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Texas 1988 and the winner of a $10,000 scholarship is Miss Duncanville Kathy Castro.
The Miss Texas pageant has been brought to you by Revco, a friend for life, and by Texas Credit Unions and Members Insurance Group, providing financial security for your family's future, and by Pepsi, the choice of a new generation, and by the heartbeat of America, today's Chevrolet, who invite you to experience the 88 Chevrolets and listen to your heartbeat. This has been a special presentation of Lombardo & Associates, San Francisco.
Homemade love, just like
And you know that it'll please them in each and every way. 'Cause there ain't nothing quite as good as homemade love.
Imperial Sugar. Nothing's as good as homemade love.
No place does shrimp like Chili's. New Southwestern shrimp, specially spiced and grilled to perfection, and then served on Mexican rice. Oh, that's nice. Serve 'em up. They're so fine, Southwestern shrimp. Oh, so divine, 'cause no place does shrimp like Chili's. No place else is Chili's. No place else.
Drive into Gulf now, and you could win one of thousands of prizes, including Chevrolet Suburbans. Now, as you know, many people change their Suburbans to reflect their personal tastes. You can too, once you win yours at Gulf. But if you find yourself without a design in mind, well, we do have a suggestion. Drive in and win at your participating Gulf station today.
Channel 5, KXAS TV.
And eventually the roof cannot withstand the weight of the water and the whole thing collapses.
I don't think Dr. Vanderbilt can ever be replaced. His shoes feel.
It's a magic moment in this city.
The news continues with the night team. Mike Snyder, Ramona Logan, Tim Matthews, and Scott Chesney. And now, Channel 5 News Tonight.
Good evening. The search continues tonight through the wreckage of a Brownsville department store for the last signs of life or death.
The Amigo department store in Brownsville has become a tomb for as many as 14 people crushed to death when the roof of that three-story building caved in during a rainstorm on Thursday. The sun bore down on Brownsville this morning, making the back-breaking task of clearing away the rubble of what was once the Amigo department store that much harder.
The heat's a problem. That thing's like an oven over there. It's a good 10, 15 degrees hotter on that rubble pile than what it is out here.
Workers, including many volunteers who had come to help, were required to take periodic breaks today to keep from being overcome by the heat and stifling humidity.
The Border Patrol dogs have alerted at 2 locations, indicating the possibility of 2 more bodies.
As dogs and rescue workers combed through the debris, relatives of missing victims waited nearby. Dr. Jose Carrera's wife and son were shopping in the store when the roof caved in. A short time after these pictures were taken this afternoon, the body of Carrera's 4-year-old son, Israel, was found under one of the collapsed walls. With nightfall, the priority has now shifted from finding more victims to finding out what caused the building to collapse. When the building's roof caved in last Thursday, Brownsville was hit by a torrential downpour. Up to 6 inches of rain fell in a very short period of time. And some victims pulled from the debris had actually gone into the store to take shelter from the rain. The roof of the store, like that of the Woolworth store which adjoins it, was flat. Many of the buildings in coastal areas have flat roofs because they stand a better chance of surviving hurricane winds. But water doesn't run off as fast at flat roofs and may collect in heavy volume to create a phenomenon structural engineers call ponding.
At some point you get very large accumulations of water, very large deflections, and eventually the roof cannot withstand the weight of the water and the whole thing collapses down.
Clogged drains could have been very much of a problem.
Cameron County Tax Assessor Collector Kermit Cromack says records indicate that the Amigo store was of standard construction. He believes clogged drains may have caused ponding. City officials in Brownsville say building inspections may now be revised to include the testing of drains to make sure they are not clogged. A 77-year-old woman was buried yesterday, and 2 mother-daughter services were held for victims in Mexico this afternoon. Meantime, the death toll in India has risen to 127 tonight as